transform, where things are not what they seem. It is the world of the Transformers.
Transformers, more than meets the eye. Autobots wage their battle to destroy the evil forces of the Decepticons. Transformers, robots in disguise. Transformers, more than meets the eye.
The Transformers from Marvel Comics.
Ooh, I'm on. Yeah. Okay, we're back. We're doing X-Men this day. This is the X-Men day. There's gonna be a few X-Men days actually. I got a box from CGC, and yeah, Bronze Age X-Men, man. That's it right there. I love Bronze Age X-Men. Every cover is a work of art to me. Every cover was a grail to me as a kid. I couldn't afford any of these things when I was a kid. I remember when I got a job. I think it was like I got a bit of money when I was about grade 8. Started making money, and my first Bronze Age burn X-Men was a 129, and it was bagged, like totally just bagged, smashed up. It just looked like shit, but it was great. And I also had a 100. Actually, I got a 100 in grade 7, which I ended up trading with my pressing buddy, Greg Gurr, who, if you need pressing, Greg Pressing out of Winnipeg is the best presser in Canada, easily, maybe the world. Let's just say the world, because it's probably true. Greg Pressing. Get to them on Facebook. They're the reason my books turn out so well. I'm not saying every books that I've been lucky with, but he works wonders. I'm going back to X-Men now. I traded an X-Men 100 with him. And also one of my first back issues was an X-Men 11, First Stranger. And it was this completely destroyed copy, which I think I paid $2 for. And I worship that book. And again, Greg has those books. I think he has them to this day. The X-Men 11 is my favorite Silver Age book, simply because of nostalgia. And I love that cover. I love the tones of that era of coloring on Marvel books. They're so rich, and it's just of the era. But anyway, I'm just going off on a tangent here. We're gonna get back into what I got here. So I picked up over the years. I've the last 3 or 4 years, I've been grabbing a lot of X-Men books. It's like as I mentioned, a huge fan. But not only that, I'm a huge fan, but I'm also thinking about the future a bit here. These books are going to get out of price for most of us. And I think most of us, can't afford thousands and thousands of dollars for a book. And some of these books, in higher grades are getting there, in 9/8s, like 107. I mean, a 9/8 is like a $6,000 book, which I simply don't understand, but it is. And there's some others that are pretty crazy. But anyway, I've just been grabbing a few keys, and I want to show them to you. So on every box that you get back from CGC, for me anyway, there's always one giant dud, and it's something you missed. Maybe the staples popped and you didn't notice it, and apparently that's what happened on this one. It's a 107 or 104, first cameo of Starjammers. And it has a staple pop on the bottom. Half the staple popped, not the whole thing. That's what it said in the notes. And it even has rust that I can't really see, but God, the book is gorgeous otherwise. I don't know what to do with this book. I mean, I guess I'll keep it in the slab and just take the hit. If there's anyone out there who wants a 7.5 of this book, it's a great deal. Price-wise, for a really cool cover, because it's an homage to X-Men #1. I think that's Cockrum, yeah. He's awesome, and it's just a great book. I mean, look at that. And Starjammers is becoming a thing. So there are rumors. I don't know if they're real, but saying that, there seems to be enough rumor out there that these books are heating up. 7.5, I do not know what it's worth. $40 $40. I maybe. So yeah, if anyone wants it, hit me up. Okay, what's the next one? Oh, well, I did a little bit better on this one. I got a 104 again. I got a 9.4 this time. Very respectable grade. I personally love 9.4s. I think 9.4 is probably because of Overstreet. To me, this is like a near-mint book. Anything above it is just like cake, and but 9.4 is like the sweet spot for me. You know, that to me is like a perfect grade, because they're not so expensive that they just blow you out of the water, but they're beautiful. They're just a beautiful book. And you know, Bob Overstreet told us that was near mint back in the day. I think it's changed to 9.2 now in the guide. Not that I don't think anyone really reads the guide anymore. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. I have another 9.4 of this sitting in the collection. So I was hoping this might get a 9.6 or 9.8, obviously. But looking at it now, it's a solid 9.4. And I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay with that. You know, 9.4s in this, they're almost $200 right now. I think they might even be more, which is surprising because I was picking these up raw for $30 a couple years ago, less. So, yeah, there are deals out there. Here's a cool one. I have one of these already. I have it over my shoulder. And I have a few raws of this. I've just been snagging it whenever I can get a copy. And it's X-Men 129, First Kitty Pryde. It's a great book. Actually, there's a few first appearances in here. Ooh, White Queen, Sebastian Shaw as well. So you got 3 first appearances in one book. Great cover. You know, that's Byrne right there. Just pure Byrne. Back in the day, there was nobody drawn like him. And just stare at this. There's so much energy to it. It just makes you want to read it. And yeah, so in the last like few years, this book kind of took a hit. It wasn't really super popular for a bit, but recently, I guess in the last year now, it really has popped up. It's really propping up, is getting expensive. I don't know what 9.6s go for, but I think it's over $300. I think it's a great book. I really do. Kitty Pryde's a cool character, and you know, if you're looking to spec on any MCU characters, I'd really pay attention to girl characters just as much as dudes. We live in an era now where that's important, and it should be. And you know, there's a strong chance Kitty Pryde could be a major character in this part of the MCU down the road. So I would recommend highly that you acquire at least one copy of this. I think it's a really good spec long term. Who knows where it could go? But right now, they aren't cheap, but they're not so pricey that you can't get them. And one thing I've found though is there's not a ton of them on eBay all the time, graded. There's a lot of raws, and you got to be careful because eBay grading is pretty rough. But this, you know, I was able to buy, you know, you got to pay for them like that. I got a 9.4 back there signed by Chris Claremont, and I paid for it. You know, I paid the going rate for it. They don't go cheap, but yeah, grab one. It's a really cool book. Oh, hey, another thing. You'll probably notice there's a date stamp on there. I don't know how you guys feel about date stamps. I think they're really cool personally. I think they give it a little bit of character, and it gives it like a history. Like it tells you when it came out. I think it's cool. I like stamps from stores. I like that stuff, and I have no problem getting a book, no matter what era. If it has a date stamp, it will not stop me from buying it. That is not my problem with the book. Everyone's got their issues like water stains, blah, blah, blah. That is not one of mine. I'm happy that CGC doesn't dock for it. I think they may dock for it when you hit 9.8s, but I could be wrong. And I'm really happy they didn't dock on this one. So that's cool. Anyway, date stamps, pretty interesting. Okay, guys, this is an interesting book coming up. It's related to the 104. Is the first full appearance of Star Slammers. which is a neat, like, what do you say? They're like the Pirates of the Caribbean for space. It's pretty neat. I got one here in a 9.0. But saying that, there's a lot to talk about this book. Not only is it like a neat book, it's it's got a lot going for it. Cockrum, classic era of X-Men, first appearance of a full team, lots of first appearances in it. The one thing about this book that I found interesting, because I have a few here you're going to see, this book is a difficult book to get in high grade. It really is. And again, it's another one of those books that we mentioned another one yesterday. I think it was Eternals 13 in 9.8 goes for just a ridiculous amount of money, like 20 times what a 9.6 goes for. This is kind of the same. This book here in 9.8 have been selling in the $6,000 range. And I think it might even been higher than that in 9.8, only 9.8. And that's crazy because a 9.6 I think goes for about 600 to 700. That's a huge difference, like, massive. So there's obviously an issue getting this thing in 9.8. I haven't looked at the actual stats of how many are out there. I'm sure there's more than you think, simply because it's such a collected series of books. But maybe that's the thing about this series. Maybe this is the one that is like that. You just can't get them. It's an interesting book, and I'll show you why, because here's another one. I got another 9.0, which I'm very happy with. I picked up a bunch of these raw over the years. Got Greg Gurr to press them, and he did a fantastic job cleaning and pressing. Well, honestly, they're like brand new books. But they all have one problem. Even 9.8s, I've seen this on. They have a ding right here, if you can see that. And it's always right there. And I'd like it, if you're really interested in this book, go look at scans of 9.8s and 9.6s. Forever. You will always find a ding. And if you don't, that book's probably going for $6,000. I think it's a publishing error. 9.6s have it. And I think, I could be wrong. I probably should call and see if it's the case. I think it's a printing error that all of them have, and I think CGC doesn't grade harshly on it, or is aware of it somehow, because I've seen some pretty nasty 9.6s. Here's another one. This one I got a 9.2 on. Again, super happy with the 9.2. It's not a cheap book. This book is really propped up in the last couple of years, so I'm very happy to have a 9.2. It's really, really clean. Greg Gurr did such a great job on the thing. But again, ding, we got that ding. Oh, there you go. There you go. Right there. Ding. Just over the bottom staple. All of them have it. It's so weird. And I got something else here that will prove that. Because I got a 9.6, which I'm more than happy to have. And let's see if it's got the ding. Yep, right there. Got the ding. See that? Still got the ding. It's a weird thing. I don't know if they folded them or what, in some weird fashion when they published them. Or something was hitting all of them. I don't know. But they got it. They all have it. Some of them worse than others. I have some lower, like I've been picking this up on the cheap raw in different shops and stuff. It's one of those back of the head kind of books. Like everyone's got the few books that they look for. I always look for 107s. Just because I simply couldn't find a near mint one. And honestly, any of these that I sent in, I didn't think would get the grades they got. I thought they'd be a little lower. And I would have been happy even with an 8.0 on the 9.0s. I actually suspected that would be what it is. But you know, they are really nice in retrospect, but those dings, I thought I was the crazy one and I just couldn't find one. So I got one last one here. And I'm just going to say it, I'm just as happy with it. It's another 9.6. So I got two 9.6s of issue 107. 107 in high grades is a difficult book to get. It's really nice. This one's really nice. I'm looking for the ding. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, there's your ding right there. We got it. God, it's so strange. It's a great book though. I guess we should talk about Star Slammers though. Star Slammers is a series of characters that are, I don't know if they'll come on board the MCU because they're pretty similar to the Guardians of the Galaxy. In my opinion, they potentially could be way cooler. But with Guardians of the Galaxy floating around there, I don't know. I don't know if there's enough movies to make the same kind of movie twice, or same kind of team twice. I think if anything, I think these characters will show up as a side thing, kind of like Stallone showed up in Guardians of the Galaxy, that kind of thing, which would be neat. I mean, that's enough to make them relevant and cool. Not that they aren't relevant and cool now. I mean, I like the Star Slammers. As a kid, I used to read whenever they popped up and things, and used to love them. But I'm super excited about these 107s. I never expected to get these grades, and I would definitely, one of these 9.6s will sit in my collection forever. It'll be, unless I get a 9.8, which I think is highly doubtful, this will probably be the best one I get, unless, some miracle happens. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. What are you gonna do? You're not gonna get a 9.8. But that's about it for this one. I got more books coming, guys. Another video is coming. So hey, like and subscribe if you could, because that would really help. I'm just brand new here. I'm slowly but surely learning my way around this little world. A lot of people are helping out. Really good advice from tons of people. And I can't thank you enough for watching this. And I look forward to talking to you again. Bye, guys.